Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the LSU Tigers and the Auburn Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. He is so pleased with the way this quarterback is playing. As you know, he was a transfer coming in, and they didn't know what they were getting exactly. But he has become one of the leaders of this team. He has proven that he can carry them. If he keeps playing like this, the sky's the limit. I'll keep you posted on how he's settling in here early to start this game. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Running inside, it's Cobb. Hard running there. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team.
Makes the catch and he's free. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching. This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Fires to the tight end. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Wants to throw. It's Levin. Finds his man. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. It becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top-5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? Comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
Catch in the middle, it's Harris. There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And the diving catch down the left sideline.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And he can make things happen, too. It's so important now. You see this all the time in college football. Running back by committee. This team has a lot of talent. They are a loaded backfield. It's good to see this backup now getting some run in this game.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the air, it's Levin. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third down, he drops to throw. They're going to mark him just inches short of getting that first down, but he is so dangerous when he takes off on the scramble. Let's see what they do on fourth down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. It was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down, and you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense. Now you're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big second down. You're probably expecting the offense to throw with a little bit more room to work with.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on third down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on it.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, LSU! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on on the ground inside. It's Cobb. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Brown wants to pass. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Snagged in the middle. It's Singleton. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
The Tigers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's caught. It's Kane. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. He'll do it himself. Got a little grass. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Auburn comes to the line with a first and goal. On the option. He'll pitch it. Touchdown, Tigers! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good to finish things off. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking for a man. It's Levin. Under fire. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
What a great play by one of their biggest playmakers in the D-line. I can say this personally. I got my first start in college at Jordan-Hare Stadium. It was brutal. I think about it and I get PTSD to this day. When you get those types of athletes in a three-point stance rushing the quarterback with that crowd noise and your offensive tackles can't hear the snap count, it's not a lot of fun.
They'll snap it from the 39. First and 10. The run inside. It's Berry. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
LSU getting set on first and 10. Here's a give to Durham. There's some room. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
Off the play fake. Down goes the quarterback, and they turn second and short into third and long.
Well, that's not what you wanted to have happen offensively, right? Second and inches, you're feeling pretty good about yourself. You go past, you get sacked. And now you got to come up with a big catch and throw to just stay on the field.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Fights off a defender. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. From that spot on the field, you're going to go for 4th and inches every time, but, I mean, you could argue that 4th and inches, you ought to go for it almost all of the time.
I 100% agree. We're definitely going for this, and listen, let's play some offense. Let's have high octane. Let's put some points on the board. We're not kicking field goals. We're not punting. We're trying to score touchdowns.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Running inside. It's Hall. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Levin. Got his man down the middle. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Takes a handoff. It's Hall. Finding some room, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cobb. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Working that left side now. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Brown will throw it. A little release to the back. Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Making side adjustments here. Here's a give to Washington. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Sends it back in motion. To the air on second down. He's got him. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Here's a give to Washington. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Man, as you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Picked up 8 yards there, third down and 2. LSU right back to the line. They'll go to the air on third and short. Going for it all. Makes a grab from... Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. Defense covering it up and not... The offense get it back. It's a turnover. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. They've got it at the 36 on first and 10. He goes right back to the air. Finds his man. It's Durham. Got 6 yards on the play, second and 4 coming. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Handoff, Caden Durham. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. It is perfect. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We start with Old Dominion taking on the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. And it's the Monarchs in one of those old-school fight-in-a-phone booth games. Neither team has been able to break out offensively, but it feels like the one that does will come away today with a signature win.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And some room to work.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
I love that play by the defense. They're hanging back, watching the QB's eyes. Great job in coverage on the back end, and then rallying to him when he decided to go try and run for it himself. And now this defense is set up fourth.
And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Release to the back. With the catch, it's Cobb. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, that is exactly what you want. That is perfect execution. Back near your own end zone, man. You want to get that ball out of your hand. You want to create some space, and don't flirt with that end zone at all. Ball gets out of quarterback's hand. Receiver makes the play. Great job understanding the situation.
The run inside. It's Cobb. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Rush is on him. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
The offense obviously trailing here in the second half. They're going to have to be able to throw the football effectively to come back in this game. But in order for that to happen, they have got to do a better job up front blocking.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Brown wants to pass. Saw a spot in the middle. And he's still running after the move. Took it all the way to the 36-yard line, and he flipped the field in an instant. Auburn going to work with another first down. Wants to throw it again. Moves around to clear up the vision. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Gives it on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long, they dial up the perfect coverage, and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Right down the middle. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense. Back to pass, it's Levin. Under fire. It's picked off.
That's 18 of those this season. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Paul, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. First down, 10 yards to go. Running inside. It's Cobb. Might have a chance. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. It's a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
He'll toss it. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. He's at the 50, the 30, he's at the 20. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. A pick 6.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Pulls it in. It's Cobb. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Brown will throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Looking to throw for it. Got the quick pass. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And that's a beautiful job by the receiver, man. Knowing exactly where the sticks are. Don't dance, right? Get that first down. You're on your side of the field, man. Get a new set of downs. Keep this drive alive. I love players that have that awareness.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. They'll run for it. Maybe a crease. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
4th and inches for me is a green light anywhere on the field. I'm going to run the football. I'm going to be physical. I'm going to go to my play. I know I can get it. I like the play call on 4th and inches to go for it.
Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Barrels ahead. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get... Looking for the end zone. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guessed.
But, and he's got room. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Throw to the right side. That's Wilson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Here comes the heat. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The give to Caden Durham. He's now up to 83 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40.
And this offense continues to have success and just put a long drive together. And on this defense, I'm getting desperate now. It's desperation. I got to make a play. I got to force something to happen. I got to change something up, and I got to get this football back to my offense.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And I like what this offense did, man. They stayed aggressive. They were trying to get the first down through the air. But here's the good thing now. You punt the football away. You trust your defense. You got the lead late in this football game. One more stop, and there's a good chance you get the W.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down and one that did not pay off. So here comes the Auburn offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want this. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock.
He makes a grab. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
LSU lining up first and goal. In the red area, it's Durham. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Motion from the wideout. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen, but you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a third down.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll use another timeout to try to save as much time as they can for their offense. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Brown wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Johnson. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw on first down.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him. And he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Wants to throw it. Fires to the big fella. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone.
And that That's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Catch in the middle, it's Nimrod. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Trying to ball his way in. Touchdown, Tiger. Into the end zone for 6. He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity. Snagged it, and there's running room. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Auburn calls its 2nd of 3 timeouts. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Here's a little room there. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. He has 89 yards rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those 2 teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these 2 squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're